until you get the keys to your home and the transaction is closed and funded.
Smart and reasonable.
Yeah. So just wait.
Play it safe.
Yes, do that, and you won't lose your home.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how not to mess up your loan approval process while you're under contract.
So, I think this is something that no one talks about and that you can very easily mess up.
You can literally mess it up in like a snap of a finger.
Yes. So, okay, so once you're under contract, once you have found the home, you've made the offer, they've signed it, they've accepted it.
Most people think you're good and golden.
Yes.
But there's a lot that you can do to mess it up.
Yes, because there's a lot going on the back end. And I think immediately, like we were saying, don't buy a new car.
Don't buy a new car, please.
I know that you have a new house and it makes sense. You're going to have a matching new car. Don't buy a new car until you have the keys to your house. Please, don't do it.
There's a lot of things. I mean, really it just comes down to your debt to income ratio, I think. You don't want to do anything drastic.
Right. So with that being said, don't buy a new car.
Definitely.
Don't take out new credit.
Don't go. I mean, you might want to go to Nebraska Furniture Mart and splurge on all kinds of new furniture for your house. Please wait until after you're in the home.
And I know it makes sense. It does make more sense to get the things beforehand. Make sure that they're going to be there, they're going to be ready, so that when you have the keys, boom, you can move and go. But anything that might affect your debt to income ratio you could lose the home.
Yeah.
And depending on the market that you're in, it could have been very hard for you to find the home. It could have been very hard for your offer to get accepted. And then you go and you buy new furniture, and then the lender has to come back and tell you, we can't close on it, you can't buy this home.
I mean, and you're going to become attached to that home. You're going to start dreaming and imagining yourself living there.
Right.
And so just don't let your imagination run wild.
Yes.
I personally, luckily, have not had this happen. But I do know, I've talked to lenders, I've talked to other agents who have had this happen, and I mean, people, literally the smallest thing can affect it.
Right. And then you feel bad because you don't feel bad, you'll probably feel terrible. But as an agent, I mean, it's heartbreaking because yes, they're attached to the home.
There's nothing you can do.
And there is absolutely nothing that anyone can do at this point. And I've also heard, it hasn't happened to me either, but I've heard 2 days before closing, they go and they buy a fridge, and it was just a fridge, and they weren't able to close on the home.
I mean, I don't think most people realize, yes, because you're going to do the pre-qualification and they're going to pull your credit. But they're going to pull your credit again a couple days before closing. And if anything on that has changed that affects you in the slightest, it's done.
Yeah, it is a done deal. So don't buy anything on credit. No cars, no new credit cards, no appliances, no furniture, absolutely nothing.
But I think we also need to talk about not just on credit. If you have reserve cash set aside for closing costs or anything like that, and I don't know, you just spend a little bit excessively before closing because you're excited that you have a new home. You're being cognizant that you're not trying to put anything on credit, but now you're depleting everything that you have for cash to close. And you realize you could literally be like a couple $100s short
of your down payment or your closing costs. Yes, and do keep in mind, once you are under contract, we are under the microscope of or the lens of the underwriter, right? So they are watching everything that comes in and goes out of your account from the moment you go under contract until you close. So also, I mean, with that being said, don't spend thousands of dollars cash because one, you could deplete your closing costs. Two, that could also raise a red flag, and the lender, and they have to ask, where did these $5,000 go to or come from?
Yeah.
Now I need all this documentation. Because they need to trail everything, right? All these large expenses, they need a paper trail of it. So if it's going to take us another 2 to 3 weeks to be able to trail that, oh well, my cousin lent it to me, so I went ahead and deposited it into my account. You know, both in and out. Don't deposit or withdraw large amounts of cash, because it could extend it and potentially, again, not being able to close on your home.
Yeah.
So that's another one. You know, don't spend and don't deposit large amounts of cash from the accounts that you're going to be using to purchase your home.
We also want to recommend that you don't change jobs, because I mean, you've been approved based on your current income, your current line of work, and just the slightest change can affect that.
Yes, because the bank is lending you based on what you're making with that employer and the history that you have with that employer. So I know that we've all been in the position where we don't totally love our bosses, and and that day may come when, you know, you're under contract and your boss is just not in the mood today, so then that kind of throws you off, but just hang in there.
Tough it out. I mean, it's like a month tops.
Yes, and you know, it could be worse. So just hang in there. You know, you're buying a new home. As soon as you get the keys, you know, feel free to go find a better job and a better boss. You don't want to work under a bad boss. Never. I never recommend that you stay with that bad boss.
But I mean, there's also, you don't want to be late on a payment.
Yes, going back to credit. Again, you're still under the microscope or under the lens of the underwriter. They're still going to be watching for late payments. So keep making your payments. Whether, you know, if you're selling your current home and buying another one, keep making your mortgage payments on time. Keep making your credit card payments on time. If you do have auto loans, make those on time. Make everything on time.
Yeah.
You want your credit score, you want it to stay where it's at, if not higher.
Yeah.
Until you close.
Because they're gonna pull it again.
Yes. After that, feel free to buy 10 new cars, quit your job, you know, do whatever it is you've been wanting to do, but until you get the keys to your home and the transaction is closed and funded,
Smart and reasonable.
yeah. So just wait.
Play it safe.
Yes, do that, and you won't lose your home before you get it.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And comment below if you learned anything, if you want us to talk about a certain topic, or if you just want to provide some feedback. We'd love to chat with you about any questions you may have.
We'll see you next time. I don't like that.